Our project is to create a social media named UNSW Book, kind of like Facebook. We start with accessing our introduction page here. After redirection, we are on our main page. I'm going to firstly register a new account here. And there you go, the confirmation email. After we click the link given in email, the registration will be done. For demonstration use, I'm going to use an existing user here, since this is going to give a relatively complete overview on project. So we logged in as RC Daniel. We can see there's a toolbar with search icon which allows users to search to other users by their first name, surname, gender, or date of birth. As a result, the profile of the users will be shown. Then we look at other features of the project. When we click Profile, it shows the profile of the user. Users will be able to edit their profile by clicking the Edit button here, and will be able to see their friends when hovering on Friends button. Then we look at other features of the project. When we click Home button, it will direct us to the main page. When hover on Notifications, we can see which users like my posts and which users become friends with me. When clicking Your Cycle, users will be directed to a chart which illustrates the friend relation of me. Also, you can see the relation chart by searching with their names. Then let's back to home page. There's a nice post board where users can post stuff in the content box. And when submitted, the post will be added to column at the right, where some posts are already here. In addition, users can press the like button to give a thumb up if they enjoy the post from other users. Otherwise, they can also do the unlike. The post contains the user who did the post and when it was posted. And this is just basically all the GUI part demonstration. We also have a admin page. To access the page, we need to append the URL string with admin home.jsp. After input the username and password, we can log in as an admin. After searching another existing user, the admin can see the profile of the user and his activities. Moreover, admin can ban or unban a user. If a user got banned, then he would not be able to log in. That's a result of being banned.
So for this web application, we're gonna be using Apache Tomcat as the servlet container. And the version that we use in this application is Tomcat version 8. So you can just simply go to the Apache Tomcat website and then pick the version that you're using. Then for the database, we're gonna be using MySQL. It's gonna be easier if you just use the MySQL workbench. So you can just go to the MySQL website, and then you just need to pick the OS that you're using. Now we're gonna be talking about the design pattern for our web application. So the design pattern that we choose is the model view controller, in which the application is divided into 4 layers. First, the data storage layer, which contains the database itself. Then there's the data access layer, which is all the Java classes that access that database. Then we have the business logic layer, which is the servlets. And then there's the presentation layer, which contains all the JSP pages. So first, when you open MySQL Workbench, you're gonna need to create a new schema. So for this particular application, we're gonna name the schema UNSW book. So you can just name it wherever you want. Continuing on with the database setup, you're gonna need to create a few tables in the schema you just created. So you can either create it manually in MySQL, or you can simply create a file that contains all the table creation commands, like we did here. So for this application, we have the admin profile table, which will store the admin information. And we have the user profile table, which will store the user information. We also have the post table, the operation table, which will specify all the actions that a user can take for this application. So for example, they can add a friend, they can post, and they can like the post. Then there's also this log table, which will store all the user logs. So this log table will reference the user profile table, the post table, and also the operation table. And we also have this entity store and triple store table to visualize the graph. So after creating this file, you need to make sure that Eclipse is connected to the database you just created. So after you make sure that it's connected, you can simply execute the file by right-clicking on it and then execute.